Howdy guys, and welcome back. It is Elia once again here with another account review. Now in today's account we have Ladyluxlunar's account review, and once again if you guys want an account review done, you have to join the Discord. The information is there in the description below. If you need it via comments, I can just give it to you via comments. If you reply to this video, just comment anything, I can send you a link to the Discord. But in order to get your account review done, you have to either be on Google Play or Facebook. Doesn't matter what is linked to, it just needs to be one of those two. And either DM me or just talk in Discord, and we can schedule a time to check out your account and see what you want done with it. But let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, Lady Lux, I've already took the liberty of checking out your gems, even though you never mentioned that. I figured, hey, why not be nosy? Why not be nosy? And from what I could tell from your account, there's nothing that was super duper, like, bad. I didn't see any of the newbie traps that a lot of common issues that a lot of players fall into. My only suggestion for now is, as you're going on in the future, make sure you're just checking your gems and seeing if it's possible for you to get a set without compromising what you have. So as time goes forward, keep working on getting like a complete set for your mons, just hopefully get them a little bit better boost, even if you have to kind of rearrange things around for right now. But that's just a suggestion in the future to kind of bring your mons to the next level, if that helps at all. But moving on here, we're going to address the first issue that you brought up here on Discord, which is B11. So I'm gonna go over there and see you guys on Golem's B11. Alright, so we're back at B11, and this looks like this is your team here. Wet Miho, Dark Floor, Fire Draka, and then Wet Anu. Not Wet Anu, but Wood Anu. So 2 wave clears and then 2 sappers. That's pretty standard there. I'm not sure how good Wet Miho saps are, but she was someone that I already suggested for you to use, so that's good to know about that. I'm not sure what your clear time is, but from what it sounds like, it's not super duper stable. The reason for that is probably stemming from Wood Anu, and while Wet Miho is a solid sapper, of course she isn't the best. Unfortunately, I didn't see any like Fire Persephones or anyone of that nature, not even a Wet Artemis on your squad right now, which is kind of rough. But hopefully my suggestion can help here a little bit. What I was thinking though is pretty similar to this, but obviously I would just drop Wood Anu for now and possibly put in your Dark Arthur, because I feel like you mentioned Dark Arthur a while before and I was like, why would anyone use Dark Arthur in B11? But I do believe I saw a Dark Arthur if I can find him. Yeah, there he goes. So I mean, you're gonna be running triple sappers right now and then a wave clearer, which obviously isn't optimal here. But if Wood Anu isn't performing correctly, then there's not much you can do because he is super evolved. And I mean, without like thoroughly checking your gems, it's really hard to pinpoint the biggest issues here. But what I would work towards in the future though is either picking up another Fire Draka, or you need someone pretty equivalent to Fire Draka in terms of wave clearing to get through this pretty speedily, at least in my opinion. Like even if that means you have to get a Fire Siegfried to help you wave clear for now, I would do that instead. And then obviously, even though you have pretty much no control over this, if you have an option to pick up a Fire Persephone or a Wet Artemis, I would do that in the future as well. You could also run an entire Dark composition, but I didn't see like a Dark Yuki on your team, which would serve as another sapper. And then Dark Rebittal is in the running for sappers, even though he's not optimal at all, but that would possess you with another sapper if you wanted to run a completely dark comp. And if you also ran a dark comp, you could also bring in, that's a lot of alsos. I saw a Dark Tina here, but I don't think she was, yeah, she's not ready. She's not ready. I was gonna say you could bring in Dark Tina, Dark Floor, Dark Arthur, and then another sapper, but that's not gonna happen at this point in time. So my biggest suggestion, honestly, the easiest way out of this predicament is pick up another Fire Draka when Fire Draka comes around, and then see what you can do with upgrading your sappers in the future, or if you get lucky and end up pulling a sapper. But that's my suggestion for you. If your B11 time is still over 2 minutes, which it shouldn't be with a team like this, then definitely rehaul your gems. See what's going on with your gems. Make sure these mons are fully booked up. Make sure their enhancements are on point. Make sure the gems are on point. Even if it's a broken set, make sure the gems are where they need to be, because that could be a big issue that's holding you back for now. And I mean, it's a lot of pressure on Fire Draka, but if you can get another dedicated wave clearer like Fire Draka, I think you should be good to go. But I mean, 2-minute clear time in B11 isn't super bad since it does have a better drop rate than B10, but it's up to you to test and see if B10 may be more faster for you. Obviously not as efficient, but if it's faster, it's really up to you until you get your gems squared away. But yeah, that's my suggestion for B11. If you guys have any more suggestions, feel free to leave them in a comment below, because your boy's not perfect. He's nothing more than a casual. Alright, moving on next, since he's like literally like a couple of menus down from the Golem, is Light Colossus. My suggestion for you for Light Colossus, I'm not sure if you've done it today or not, but at least future suggestions is kind of tweaking the team that you had before, because Light and Dark Colossus are really just about nuking. So you need to bring either nukers that have Hunter on them, or basically Sea Strikers, people with Predator, or monsters with Predator do the same job. But yeah, you need predominantly nukers slash Sea Strikers, and you do have a couple of Sea Strikers, so that's who I brought here. So for the first round, or the first team for Light Colossus, there is a Fire Xiao Wujing, because if I remember correctly, Xiao Wujing has Exposed Weakness, and he also has Courageous Strike. Wukong has Defense down and Courageous Strike, and then Fire Shinobi has Attack down and Courageous Strike, while Wood Merlin has Courageous Strike. I know that defense down really isn't a big thing in Light Colossus because he technically has 0 defense, but Wukong is there just in case he can get his Sea Strike ability off. That's why he's there, guys. Just clarifying that, because there's going to be another comment, Elio, don't you know that Light Colossus has 0 defense? And it's like, bro, I know. Relax, relax. And then Fire Xiao Wujing is there just for the Exposed Weakness to hopefully proc with someone else's Courageous Strike to get a lot of damage. Now the second team is pretty similar to that, but obviously Sea Strikers are running low at the moment, so I threw in Dark Sea Star as a crit lead just in case you might need that crit, because I don't know what percentage your mons have in terms of crit. But then we have Wood Garuda here with Weaken, and then also Sea Strike if available. Dark Mowgli is here to serve as a nuker, and then Water Loki is also here to serve as a nuker, and he's probably the best stat wise out of all the Lokis. But yeah, that should be your team right there. Shouldn't be super duper difficult at all, but I could tell already that your count actually has a long way to go if you look at all those freaking stars up there of mons that you can have enhanced up. But of course you need the gems and the monsters to sacrifice that you get from the gems to get those stars up. But that's my suggestion for Light Colossus. I'm not sure if there's any other Colossus that you need help with, because I know that you mentioned Water Colossus, but I don't do Water Colossus, so I'm going to quickly scroll through right here. If you guys that do Water Colossus, feel free to leave a comment below stating what team he should use. I personally don't do it though, because I think it's just a waste of time, and I much rather, even if I miss a Colossus day, I much rather wait until Friday and do all 4 or 6 of my runs, hopefully not 8, but do all of those in like 6 minutes versus playing with Water Colossus, because I go in for the 8 skill books and that's it. That is it, homie. But yeah, I don't have any suggestion for Water Colossus. I'm just scrolling through here. Oh dude, you do have baby sharks. That is gonna be pog. Alright, let's go ahead and move on. Alright, we're over here at Tower Chaos. Even though this wasn't what you asked for, I figured I would just give you a suggestion anyways. But here is just a slight modification to the team that you had before. I don't really see that many CCers in your team. Like, I saw that you have like an Evo 2 Water Sura, but that was pretty much it at this point. Looks like you did have a Light Zephyros, but is he even Evo 3? Oops. Let me look real quick. Let me look, boys. He is Evo 3. So that's pretty good right there. Light Zephyros and then Water Sura. So that's going to work well with an example here. But what we're doing here with this example is you can run Dark Cupid just so he can have his shield up and help out all the wave clearers from taking a lot of damage, so they can continue to do their job. If he can get his shield up fast enough, and his survivability is pretty darn good as an aggressor, Fire Draka is just there as a wave clearer, Loki isn't technically a wave clear, but he is a nuker, and that's better than nothing at all. And then Anu is there as another nuker, which is better than nothing at all, because I don't really see any focus of wave clearers on your account at the moment. There was Dark Tina, but she's only Evo 2, so if you want to supplement one of these guys, again, pick up either another Fire Draka, get a Fire Siegfried, get whatever you can that is a wave clearer. And I will have a video out on tier list for wave clearers here pretty soon to help you hopefully make a better choice in that department. But the goal here is just to have Dark Cupid to have his shield up and just let the wave clearers and the nukers do their job without dying. The same thing can be applied in the opposite side of things, which will take a lot longer but could prove to be a lot more stable for you, which is maybe taking out either Loki and Wood Anu and putting in like Zephyros, who has resistance down and then shock. And then also your Water Sura, even though I know he's not complete, you could run a team composition like that instead if you're having issues with your mon surviving. So as long as Draka doesn't die and they're able to keep up with the CCing, you shouldn't have any problems in terms of that, because Dark Cupid were there to help with survivability for the Sea Strikers, not the Sea Strikers, but the CCers, the crowd controllers. If you guys haven't seen the stun video, check that out. And then obviously Fire Draka is there to do damage as well, and hopefully a team setup like this will help you get through it. So you have two options that you could do. You can run in shield for your damage dealers or shield for your crowd controllers. But that's my suggestion for Tower of Chaos. So let's go ahead and move on to Titans next. Alright guys, I gotta interrupt this broadcast right here for cat cam. Kitty cat cam. Alright, let's move on. So for Titans, the only ones that I found available to you at the moment is predominantly just Wood Titan and then Water Titan as well. Now to make things simple, I'm just going to include a list of a setup that you could do for right now, because while you do have some Sea Strikers and then you also have some healers and debuffers, you don't really have that much. So my biggest suggestion to you is that if you want to make a lot of gains in Titans very shortly, at least go ahead and get more healers built up, at least get some more debuffers built up. That way all you have to do is hopefully wait and pray to the gods for some more Sea Strikers. If not, try and pick some when they're available, either through like the rebirth, because I believe Verde is coming back soon. So now would be a great time for you to pick up 2 Verde if that's possible. Even 1 will do you wonders. Obviously they need to be Evo 3 for them to be usable in my opinion, but there's really not much you can do in concerns to Wood, unfortunately. You could also pick up a Fire Sandwraith, but I will include that in the screenshot of what mons hopefully you can start gearing up and building towards to hopefully fill out your team compositions a little bit better. But once again, all I saw was for Wood Titan and then Water Titan of you hitting. The rest I wouldn't even bother, because your damage just isn't going to be worth your time. I didn't check out your storage either, so let's go over here and take a peek real quick to see if there's anything special that you could utilize. So you could definitely take out Cherry as well. I didn't include that. Yeah, dude, that's a oof magoof. That's a oof. It looks like you also have like a light Mowgli. You have a light Jack. You have a light Darkanon. Was there a Gatito? No, there's no Gatito. But these are all mons that you could also pull out and use for like Dark Colossus if you haven't already. And if not, you can also use your light and dark mons for World Boss if you're doing World Boss, which I highly suggest you should be doing at level 55. But yeah, there's nothing really incredible here that I can suggest that's going to be like game changing for you. So what I'm going to do is just leave the team compositions for both Water and Wood Titan in the video right now. Alright, with that wrapped up, I mean, other than you just praying to the gods and getting some more gems to hopefully pull for more mons, I would once again just reiterate, just focus on getting some more debuffers and healers as you go. Even if they're the simple healers, you can always just farm them out, and it's something to work towards for your account. I would also, I mean, personal suggestion, I'm not sure what you got going on with the Mon box, man, but there's like a whole bunch of Nat 2s here, and the gold is looking low and the gems are looking low. So I'm like, are you trying to fill out the Astro Guide, or are you just trying to get like some gems super duper quickly? Don't know what's going on here. My suggestion to that though is literally concentrate on one thing, concentrate on one Mon getting the Evo 3 at a time. That way you can hopefully free up some space in this box if you're ever having space issues, and it's not so cluttered with Nat 2s. Yeah, I just don't know the game plan here, but hopefully those suggestions help Ladyluxlunar. And yeah, I mean, your account is fine, it just needs some work, and I'm glad that you came, and hopefully this video does help you quite a bit. But once again, if you guys want an account review done, description is below for the Discord if you haven't joined it already, and then contact me up there and we can figure out what to do. But yep, that's pretty much it, you guys. See ya.